Jeez, excuse me. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Um, I didn't do the. Let me see what the battery life look like. Charge that too. Hold on. Okay, so I think we're ready. Turn this on. As you guys may know, well, peace to you guys. Peace. Um, so we're doing it from this angle, maybe. We'll see. Peace, you guys. Um, so I am thankful to be in this space. Um, I asked you guys to take a deep breath in if you would like to during this transmission of information. We can start now with taking a deep breath in, all the way into our diaphragm, expanding our bellies, getting it soft, and exhaling out of your mouth. And we can do that 2 or 3 more times. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. And if you feel like you want to do another, take another deep breath in, softening your belly, and breathe out. So check in with yourself, see how you're feeling. Hug yourself if you need to. Um, yeah. So I am recording this podcast and it's called 1,000 Times. And what this message is about, it is about tapping into Akashic Records. And it's also about past life regression. So if this message applies to you, this is my first time doing this. If this message applies to you, then you'll know, as in everything else, but this may speak a little differently to you. Um, I'm going to prepare myself now. Okay. So I've been channeling information about for some time about um, a collective that has been feeling like that they have been living out a reality that they've already done before. You may be feeling like you've done this before a lot, or you remember you remembering. And so what I seen was someone who was like some sort of like emperor or a pharaoh or something that led a whole lot of people. They were they were a part of a dynasty, and this dynasty had like some high level magician like energy, some very high vibrating energy. They were beyond this plane of existence. And they ruled for a long time. And they study astrology and astronomy like their life was the stars. They believe that they are the solar system, they are the stars. The stars that you see above are they were the manifestations of that in the physical realm. So how they move was based on the heavens, which are the stars. Um, that it is the understanding of the stars and how they resonate with your daily life. And there's a alchemizing that happens when you study the stars within your cellular memory, your cellular DNA, that expands you into higher consciousness. Um, and they understood the multiple dimension, the multiple layer universe that this place is. And so what I'm getting is that, okay, let's see, can I? Okay. Moving further along, it's like they recognized they were like really in tune. And so this collective were. And based on the stars and how things were going, they knew that there would be a time where everything that they learned and studied would go through a process of alchemization where they wouldn't remember who they are. Oh, and because they knew this, they understood that the conversation of the mind and the heart, and they knew that they had to leave themselves like breadcrumbs. And I don't know if this happened over like dimensions and planes. I don't know how that goes. But time was not linear in this space. And so I got that the stuff that they were studying, they studied and they started like packing up, like moving uh into a different space because they knew that something was coming. They knew that something was coming that would uh wipe out a form of consciousness. And they knew that this part of the process that was coming up was a part of the divine's plan, a divine plan to expand the ones who had really devoted themselves to a practice and which ones had not. And so when like the religion, it's like when religion and like stuff like that happened, that was part of, they knew that that was part of like a age of like demonizing spirituality or demonizing like spiritual knowledge and wisdom. But they also knew that it was all part of the divine plan. It was like a process that the universe goes through, some sort of like purification process or something. And this collective somehow elevated themselves to a higher timeline. And it's like in doing so, they secured themselves in like a bubble of light. Like they secured something themselves in this dimension, and a bubble of light of protection and also sacred knowledge. Like it's the way sacred knowledge is like you have to be in alignment with this frequency to understand a particular knowledge or wisdom. And so part of some people incarnations now is that there's a collective going through the process of awakening through doing their work. They become in alignment with the universe, and they start to see how the universe is conversing with them and how they left certain like breadcrumbs or nuggets or crystals or stones of information that's embedded with information to us to create landmarks in space of where you are in your evolution process. And it's about aligning yourself with God. It's about redeem. It's about redemption. It's about uh, claiming your space as a God with God. And I know that can be like a hard thing for some people to swallow. Like, God is different. God is all. It's like, yeah, God is you. God is all. God is a higher form of consciousness, the highest form, the most high. But you are made in the depiction of God. So you are God in your highest frequency. And that's what connecting with your higher self is. And this higher self leads you on your path of establishing yourself in a God frequency. So with this collective, you're remembering a lot of the things. You may love vivid colors. Like, I see that you love vivid colors. That you may express yourself in dress. Like, you may dress, like to express yourself with the way you dress. Um, you may like comics. You know what I'm saying? You may be attracted to comic books, X-Men. Uh, I don't know. You may like anime. You may like anime. um, Scooby Doo. You may like. Um, and that goes back to the Dog Star series. So this may be a Syrian collective that's coming through. That makes sense. And the Arcturians. And so what I'm getting is that, oh, I don't know, I could be bouncing around, possibly. Uh there's a oh, bouncing. Okay, because there's a awakening in the solar plexus. This is a sidebar. This is not what I was going to say. But there's an awakening in the solar plexus right now. So they're asking for you to eat more yellow, eat more pineapples, eat more squash, things like that. Because it's awakening. And this awakening has something to do with a lot of signs and symbology and light codes that you're receiving. And it is activating a diamond frequency, a diamond code. So you may want to listen to the diamond frequency. You're gaining a lot of electricity in your body, especially your upper body. I'm seeing somebody's left arm. There's a lot of electricity. There's a lot of power in your arms right now. You're carrying a lot of power in your arms. So you may be a natural healer. Use your hands to heal. So this would be good for gardening, massage therapy, building things, uh, pottery. Okay. So what I'm getting is that you hold a lot in your hands. You hold a lot in your hands. Your your success is in your hands. You're at a place where you can command what you want. You're in a space of strong manifestations. So in those clues that you're receiving, those little nuggets that we talked about, and the Magician card comes out. Uh, you're learning how to alchemize, and you're calling back the information that you have mastered eons ago. And it's because of some shadow work that you may have just come out of. A lot of you may be Geminis, and fire signs, some air signs and fire signs, and a strong water sign, and strong earth. Yeah, you got it's some air here. Duality. You may be saying 222 a lot. You balancing that masculine and feminine energy. So you're mastering your energies, your inner God frequency. Some of you have a strong voice. Like I feel like that in your time before, you used to use your voice to command what you want. Like you commanded land. Like either you used to like say things really loud or call out to animals and they would just show up. You had a strong throat chakra. Or this is something in your bloodline that used to be where they could like call out to different air energies and call them in and invoke them. Uh, Somebody who would stand up on a podium in a palace and say things out to people like, you know, people be doing speeches and like Martin Luther King, and but it was like in ancient days where they did that. They spoke to their people and they said like affirmations, like chanting, "We are love, we are peace, we are harmony." Like it was like people were covered up in like I guess you would say like, you know, like how you see certain people wear cover their faces and their hair and stuff like that. Um, and you see people, it was like a lot of desert around them. Uh, but it was like a lot of gold. I'm seeing. And there was a lot of richness. Okay. So along with that, there's what I'm getting with the car is that you're at this alchemizing stage. And so there's an ending of a situation that you're coming up on, and this ending is going to, it's a cycle that's ending with this 10 of wands. And what's interesting is right after this 10 of wands, it's the 2 of cups. I don't know if y'all heard that. But right after the Ten of Wands is the Two of Cups. So right after or as this cycle is ending, there's true love that's coming in. Now, this could be true love of self, the balance of that masculine feminine energy, and it may manifest into someone actually coming up. I just heard a proposal. So there's a proposal coming up. And this is fulfillment because you have the Nine of Cups here, and you have the Knight of Wands, and then the Nine of Pentacles. So you're ending a cycle and literally blossoming. There's career change that's happening here. It's like this fulfillment is going to take you to exactly where fulfillment is within you. This may be someone that some of you may be reconciling with your childhood, and it's bringing healing to both sides of yourself. Um keep going. There's there may be also someone coming back from your past for some. But there is somebody who's coming in fast. Or someone who is moving fast. And they're saying that they want you to take the time out to nurture yourself. Okay. Yeah, that's a relationship, and it's with this may be a same sex. This is written in the stars. It may be someone fair skinned. Okay, that's interesting. The Seven of Swords. There could be some gossip or slander. Or there's you may be overcoming slanderous ways of talking to yourself. You may be changing your thought process and learning how you have your thoughts about yourself were slandering. And this may have come from people who didn't understand you. And you may have absorbed some energy, some lack energy or something like that. Or you could not be experiencing that. But yeah, it's actually under the Magician card too. So you may be a major transmitter, like you can transfer. Okay, with this Magician energy, that makes sense. So you're learning to transmute dark energy, and you're understanding your role more. So you may be moving into a space where you're understanding your role and your significance here at this time. And you're calling in your soulmate. With the last card saying let go and the sword of truth, I'm getting that there's something that has to be cut off. There has to be a release of an old way of looking at things, an old way of doing things. It's time to look around in your surroundings and see what works for you and what doesn't work for you at this time. Because there's something that is being released with this Ten of Wands and this let go. You have completed a cycle, and there's some good news coming in. If some of you feel like that you don't know how to move forward, there's some good news coming in. But for some reason, I feel the need to say you need to continue letting go, continue releasing, continue uh, moving forward. As you let go, you move forward. As you let go, you move forward. So you may be doing some building your relationship with God, building your gratitude, building your light body, taking time out to nurture yourself, to be carried through this ending. They're asking for you to also let your light shine. Do not dim your light for anyone. And if there's any situation that's going on where you feel like you cannot totally be yourself, whether this is career, job, spirituality, ways of thinking, it's time to look at that and let it go. Because what's coming to you after you release that, what you feel like is a safe haven, where you feel like it's a safety net, like that safety net is actually a hindrance. It can turn into a hindrance. And so they're giving you the encouragement to come to them and to ask them for assistance. You can ask the Arcturians, Assyrians, God created the source universe, of course, for guidance as you take these next steps. If you have been praying, your prayers have been heard. If you have been praying for the collective, it's changing the frequency around you. If you have been praying to nature, it's changing the frequency around you and behind you. So I almost feel like something that was like, this may be for you now, but something that was on your back, something that was attached to you, it may have been like some way of thinking or something like that, or maybe an attachment. If there's light on it and there's a cleansing that's happened, and it's being cleansed away by you doing this work that you're working with nature. Like, you're cleansing. The old patterns had turned into like shadows. I guess it's yeah, you're facing your shadows, and that is the shadow work. And you're recognizing the beauty within yourself. You're recognizing maybe how you did not see beauty in yourself and how you compared yourself to people, and you may be releasing how you pursue people, how you perceive people in their body language and stuff like that. And then you may be becoming more, you may be mastering the light language more now that you're seeing things from a positive perspective. So this may be an enhancement of gifts that's coming in for you also. Continue to let go and free yourself, because you flying high. You're flying high over the BS, the gossip, the slander, you're transmuting it. You're literally transmuting it. And it's making you glow. Your glow up is happening because you're doing this. Like, your glow up is big and it's huge. And they're like, keep going, keep going, keep going. So team, keep going. You are glowing up. And it's showing. You may be attracting a lot of people to you. You may have people in your presence and you like, what is you sitting up here looking at me for? Or you may get somebody that when they ask for your assistance, you may feel so excited about being of assistance right now, because your light is so turned on, and and you're ready to be of service. You may have like been having conversations with God about how you can be of service, and that's bringing you pleasure, that's bringing you fulfillment, to know that you can be of service, working as a like a disciple of God, working as a God's right hand man, working as uh being of service to the creator and source. Y'all working together, like God working with you to help you through this, to help you uh fly. This is you flying, like you've gained your wings and now you're flying. This is what you're supposed to be doing. And I feel like that you have to continue, no matter what's going on around you, no matter how scary it may be, no matter how uncertain things may feel. They're saying keep going, keep going, keep going, because you're building momentum. And at some point you're gonna be a shooting star. And you've done this before. This is not your first rodeo. It's like you've went to many dimensions and planes and cleared it and cleared it. And like there's you have some sort of like you're sent on missions to restore order, natural order. It's like you I just heard Justice League. Oh my goodness. You guys are some powerful beings, man, for real. I'ma tell you, y'all some powerful beings. And I feel like that it's been a drought for y'all, and y'all finally coming into some water. So y'all maybe listen to that song "Water" by Tyler. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe y'all need to continue doing y'all water thing, y'all thingy thing in the water, y'all thing y'all be doing in the water. Continue doing that, and continue raising your vibration and rising above the mess. Because I'm sensing that if you notice things about your insides that needs to be changed, that's within you, and you start doing the work to do it, the outside gonna have to match that. And so if the outside isn't matching that just yet, if that hasn't transpired or that hasn't transitioned, or you're in the middle of transitioning, there's going to be some resistance. You're going to look at the dark differently. You're going to be able to see how things served you back before and how things serve you now, because you're in the middle. It's like a crossroads. And so now that you're seeing things for what they are, you're truly seeing things for what they are, then you know how to move, you know how to align yourself with your North Star. You may be in your North Node and you're moving more in that direction of your North. And it's asking for you to let go of the old. So be on the lookout for some good news coming in that's going to help you to be a catalyst for you to move forward and continue doing your work, because, you know, it's necessary and we need you. And we thank you for your work that you do. Thank you. That's all for today. Keep it pushing, guys. Kiss, kiss. This was fun. Later.